Welcome to Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh Primary School, Standard 4th, English, lesson number 13, Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. Now this is a very nice story, children. Hundreds of years ago, in the eastern province of Bengal, you can see this India's map. This is eastern province of Bengal. Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah. This picture is of Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah. He ruled the land and the capital, his capital was Sonargaon. See here it is written Sonargaon. Okay. So his capital was Sonargaon. This is the story about Sultan Ghiyasuddin and his full name was Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah. Sultan Ghiyasuddin was a good ruler. He ruled wisely and well. He respected men of learning. He had a deep regard for law. Men of learning means well-educated men, knowledgeable men who have a lot of knowledge. Those people are called as men of learning. So he respected men of learning. And he was a very good ruler. He always obeyed law. One day, while the Sultan was practicing with his bow and arrows, he accidentally wounded the only son of a poor widow. The wounded boy did not survive. You can see that the king was practicing with his bow and arrow. He was inside the palace, and when he threw the arrow went outside the palace. So he did not know whom it hit, and it hit the accidentally he wounded the only son of a poor widow. You know who is a widow? A widow is a lady who does not have a husband. So that widow, she had the only son, only one son she had. And that also, that son was hit by the arrow of the Sultan. And you know what happened? That boy, he died on the spot. You can see that boy, he has died on the spot. He did not survive. Then the poor widow, she became sad, weeping and wailing. Wailing means to cry with a loud noise. So weeping and wailing, the poor widow went to the Qazi. In those days, children, police were not there that we can go and complain to the police. So that time, the person who used to make judgments, that was the Qazi. So this poor lady, the old and poor widow, she started crying, and then she went to the Qazi and told him what had happened. The Qazi was an honest and upright man. Honest and upright means he was just. He would give the correct justice. So she went to the Qazi. Then what the Qazi did? He sent an officer to summon the Sultan to his court. To summon means to order someone to come to send for someone. That means before the arresting anyone. Nowadays you can see, no, the police when they come to arrest anyone, they bring one letter and then they hand over, that is the summons. Then that person will be arrested. It is written on that letter. So that way, this officer, he was sent by the Qazi to summon the Sultan to his court. When the officer reached the palace, here see, he has reached the palace, the guard stopped him and they inquired about his business. Why he has come, they asked him, why did you come over here? When they learned that he has come to serve a summons on the Sultan, they were shocked. They refused to let him go inside the palace. The officer was now in a fix. See, they are not allowing him to go inside the palace. Both the soldiers, they are saying, no, you can't go inside, go away. Both of them are going. He's telling, please let me go inside. I have to give this summons to the Sultan. But no, they were not allowing him to go inside. The guards did not allow him to enter the palace. But he knew that he could not return without serving the summons. Without giving the summons to the Sultan, he cannot go. Why? Because the Qazi would not take him back. He had to find a way of reaching the Sultan somehow. He has to go inside the palace to meet the Sultan. But how? What could he do? He thought and he thought. He thought for a long time, what should I do? How will I go inside? So then he decided one idea. Just see what he did. At last, he began to sound the azan. He sat outside the palace and he started to sound the azan. You know what is an azan? Azan is a call for prayer. Loudly they give the call for prayer. Every day, 5 times a day, you must be hearing the azan from the masjid. Okay, that is early in the morning, then in the afternoon, then in the evening, then at dawn and at night. So these are the 5 times when the azan is given from the masjid for the, it is the call for prayer. Other than that, other times the azan is not heard. Then what this officer did, he sat outside the palace and he began to sound the azan just outside the palace. It was not yet time for the prayer. It was not the time for prayer. When the Sultan heard the loud, untimely call, he was greatly surprised. He ordered that the man giving the call should be brought before him immediately. Here you can see how he is giving the order. Bring the man in front of me who is giving this untimely azan. So go and bring. So these soldiers, they were given an order that whoever is giving this untimely azan, bring him in front of me. His soldiers rushed out of the palace gates, caught the officer and took him to the Sultan within moments. When the officer knelt before the Sultan, he was trembling with fear. To kneel means to get down on one's knees, bow down. So he was trembling with fear. Now, what the Sultan is going to ask me and what he's going to do. So he was trembling. But there he had come only to give the summons to the Sultan. But he mustered all his courage. That means he gathered all his courage and explained why he had given the call for azan. Then, with shaking hands, he gave the summons to the Sultan. Sultan Ghiyasuddin took it without making any comment. He read the summons and told the officer to go back to the Qazi. He announced that he would appear in the Qazi's court the next day. The next morning, the Sultan got ready to appear before the Qazi. He hid a sharp sword in his robe and set out. The courtroom was packed with people. Everyone was eager to see what would happen. The Qazi entered and took his place on the high seat of honor. You can see the Qazi sitting on the high seat of honor. In a little while, Sultan Ghiyasuddin entered the courtroom. Everyone stood up to show respect to the Sultan because he was the king. So everyone has to stand up to show respect to him. So everyone stood up. But the Qazi did not get up. Why he did not get up? Because today he was at the highest post. He was going to do the judgment. So he was today at the highest post. So he did not get up. The Sultan stood in the docks and the trial began. You can see what is a docks? An enclosed space in a court of law for the accused person. Who is a criminal, they go and they stand over there in the docks. In the picture you can see children. The widow presented her complaint. The Qazi took note of all the evidence and in a grave voice addressed the Sultan. Evidence means the information given in the court to prove something. You are guilty of causing the death of the only son of this poor widow. According to the law, You must pay a fine for this offense. I order you to do this without delay. So this was the order given by the Qazi to the Sultan. The Sultan accepted the judgment and apologized to the widow. Apologized means he begged for sorry. He said sorry to the widow and he accepted the judgment given by the Qazi. He arranged to pay fine immediately. So you can see that bag, it is full of gold coins, and that fine he immediately paid to the old widow. The widow felt satisfied that the offense was brought home to the offender. So she was also, offender means a person who has done something wrong or illegal. So she was also happy now that she got the money and that he said sorry. The Sultan, being a king, he said sorry to the widow and also he accepted the judgment. Though he was a king, he accepted the judgment given by the Qazi. He said sorry. Also, he gave the fine money to the widow. So that widow was satisfied. When the case was over, the Qazi got up from his high seat of honor. See here, he got up from his high seat of honor. Respectfully, he bowed to the Sultan and requested him to take his seat. Actually, the king is supposed to sit over there. So he requested the Sultan to sit on the seat. So now the Sultan sat on the seat. Then the Sultan then drew the hidden sword from his robe. See a sword he has removed and told the Qazi, I am happy that you did not waver in your duty. You did not hesitate to punish me. Otherwise, I would have beheaded you with this sword. That means beheaded means I would have cut off your head if you did not punish me. You did not hesitate to punish me. So I left you. But if you would have hesitated to punish me, I would have beheaded you with the sword. The Qazi then put his hand under the cushion. See, under the cushion what he had kept, where the Sultan was seated, and brought out a whip. So under the cushion he had kept a whip. He said, Your Majesty, I am happy because you obeyed the law. Otherwise, I would have whipped you in this court. So he was also prepared that in case if the Sultan does not accept his mistake, then what he would do? He would take out the whip, and with the whip, he would have whipped the Sultan in front of all the people. But this did not happen because the Sultan accepted his mistake. The Sultan then got up and embraced the Qazi. Both of them, they embraced each other. Then the Sultan said, Thank God, we both did our duty. He said, everyone present in the courtroom praised the two great men. So in this way, they praised the two men. Okay. Thank you, children. So this was all about the story. Thank you.